Hello and welcome to the Vitality Code community. I'm Neil Cannon, the author of the Vitality Code and also the Vitality Secret. In this community, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can implement the principles in this book. But don't worry if you've not read it. You don't need to. It's just going to help. So without further ado, I'm going to be sharing with you a presentation. I know it's going to be easier to follow rather than just looking at my face. So let's dive right in. So I've called this the Vitality Code community for electric vitality. I've talked about electric vitality because what you're going to find when we go through this program or this community is your body is electrical, and everything about the body and how the health works is electrical first and foremost. First of all, who is this for? Well, if you're suffering from any kind of chronic health challenge, brain fog, or maybe you're overweight, or maybe just wanting to optimize your body, this is a great community for you. If you want to address the cause and implement the 4 pillars of vitality as per this book, then this is right for you. Also, if you would like guidance for someone you care about who isn't really able to put in the time to learn about this stuff, this is also for you and maybe for them. As you might know, everyone who works in holistic health, I would say without exception, comes with a story of healing something. For me, that was eczema, which I had badly for 30 years. I was always prescribed the same symptom masking treatments, which meant it would always come back. They included steroid creams, which left permanent pigmentation on my skin. You won't be able to see that, but it's there. And prescription moisturizers, which are harmful, and also antibiotics, which destroy the gut microbiome, the very organ you want to heal if you have any kind of skin condition. Not helpful. Every one of these treatments, without exception, ignored the cause, and they all caused harm. And this is typical for every treatment for any chronic illness. Let that sink in for a moment. So, how did I discover the underlying cause? Why did it take me 30 years to discover the underlying cause? My dad suffered a stroke, and I realized that he didn't have to have it. I had this kind of intuitive knowing. You know when you just have your whole body is screaming something. Hang on, something doesn't add up here. That's what it was like for me. So I was following my intuition. I had started seeing this word inflammation everywhere because I had written a book previously actually about raising testosterone naturally. And I had started to see this word inflammation. So I started to dig into chronic inflammation because I thought, hang on, I think it underlies most illnesses, including his stroke, and this is what I found out. It's behind the hypertension, which led to the stroke, and the asthma, which started when he was 12, and also, of course, the eczema I'd had my whole life. So what did I do? I went on a very strict anti-inflammatory diet and lifestyle, and very quickly, the eczema healed from within. It wasn't about putting creams on. It wasn't about putting steroid creams on. It wasn't about taking drugs. It was about healing the gut and allowing the body to heal itself, which is remarkably powerful in doing. So this one underlying cause, chronic inflammation, is really has been my focus for 9 years. It's a weird one because people tend to only associate with labels of the symptom that they've been diagnosed with. Consider for a moment that symptoms are purely that, they're symptoms. They're just depending on your genetic code. They are symptomatic of this underlying condition called chronic inflammation. So if we can handle this one thing, so many health challenges can be resolved. It's remarkable. I've helped people with so many different labels of illnesses by focusing on this one thing. That's why you're here, maybe. So we talk about getting to the underlying cause of whatever is creating the symptom called whatever you're experiencing. So, chronic inflammation is the problem. It's not really a problem. It's your immune system's protecting you. It's a very, very healthy immune response. If we didn't have it, we'd die. We have to be grateful for it. The thing is, when we're always inflamed and we're chronically inflamed, the body starts to present symptoms depending on your genetic code. So, we're going to be getting to the cause of the inflammation so you can naturally heal. These are the kind of conditions I've helped people with. Skin conditions, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, arthritis, migraines, brain fog, excess body fat, low energy and fatigue, low testosterone in men, fibromyalgia, ulcerative colitis, chronic pain, vasculitis, recovery from cancer. I've even supported a friend unofficially reverse cancer. So I'm not saying I cure anything. What I do is provide tools which you can then research if you like, or just implement them and just watch what happens in your body. It's quite remarkable how phenomenal the body is in healing itself. We just have to step out of the way. Inflammation, very quickly, without going too much into this, it's your immune system protecting you from foreign or alien intruders. It's also a result of chronic stress, and it's also a result of not getting sufficient fuels into the body. So that's a very simplistic version. I'm going to go deeper in that in the actual program itself or in the community. So these drugs are incredible in emergencies. Of course they are. They get us out of pain. My own parents are alive thanks to these medications, and I've got friends alive thanks to these drugs. However, when it comes to the treatment of chronic illness, they don't address the cause. This is a fact. This is not up for debate. They do not address the cause. So what I'm about is understanding that symptoms are warning lights. This is your indication, like the warning lights on your car dashboard, to take your car, if it's broken down or the engine oil light is on, you take it to the mechanic, and the mechanic gets under the hood and it gets to the root cause. That's what I do with my clients. We get to the cause instead of just taking drugs, which all cause harm, and they ignore the underlying cause, which then worsens unnoticed. So it's not unusual to have another symptom or another diagnosis a few years later, for which another drug is often then prescribed. This is called a pill for a pill, or rather a pill for an ill, which then goes to a pill for a pill. They help get rid of the symptoms, but they don't address the cause. But they kind of make you think you're okay, but really it's not happening because all they do is address the symptom. It's kind of like rewiring your warning light on your car dashboard. You want to be getting to the cause. That's what we do. So medications mask symptoms, allowing you to survive. Medicine, what it used to be prior to 1910, I'll have you know, which I wrote about in this book, helps you to thrive. It will enable you. True medicine helps the body to heal itself. True medicine is about getting to the absolute cause of whatever illness it is that you have. That's what I'm going to be sharing with you. This is about root cause analysis. Everything's about the root cause. We're going to be using fundamentals of the body electric. Don't let this scare you though. Don't let this voltage word scare you. I'm going to be explaining this, but just know this one thing. A characteristic of all chronic illness is low voltage in an organ. In other words, not enough power getting to an organ. In other words, imagine your light flickering in your home. An electrician would come around and reverse engineer why there isn't enough power going to that light. They might find a corroded light switch or a damaged cable or whatever it is. We need to get to the cause of why your symptom is being displayed to you as an action signal. That's what we're going to be doing. So if there's not enough power, that's why you have a symptom. Another way of saying that is if you have a symptom, it's not enough power. So we're going to be raising the voltage in your body. And breathe. I realize I'm talking very quickly. Breathing is a big part of this journey, and I'm going to be offering breathwork sessions twice a week in the paid community. This alone is worth the entire investment, which I'll come on to. Wait, you've seen it below. It's $49 a month. This alone is worth 8 times, at the very least, what you're going to be paying for this community. So just breathing with us twice a week, you're going to be getting results. It's anti-inflammatory. You're addressing the number one cell fuel for your body, and you can even get high on your own supply. So, next, you're going to be getting step-by-step instructions to take. I'm going to be kind of guiding you down a journey, like a road, and it's going to be like a GPS. So imagine like a sat-nav, a GPS guiding you. I'm going to be like your personal GPS within the community, saying, hey, if you've got questions, let's go this way. Where are you right now in your journey? Come over here. Where are you? Come over here. And let's guide you to the next step. Let's make it a fun journey. I call it a vitality journey because it's a journey. It's not some crazy hardcore fitness program where you sacrifice happiness. This is a journey which we can have for the rest of our lives. I'm going to be sharing with you toxin checklists and other PDF checklists to make it easy for you to learn. I'm also going to be sharing the fundamentals of every one of these pillars, the physical, mental, emotional, and energetic. In this one, it's kind of summarized what you're going to get with each of the pillars. So within the physical, it may not come as a surprise to you. We're going to be looking at nutrition and gut health. We're going to be looking into movement. We're looking into toxins, external to the body and internal to the body. The mental part, of course, is where the magic starts, because without your brain in action, nothing happens. So we're going to be talking about creating a vision. We're talking about the placebo effect, nocebo effect, perception, how we perceive our world and how that impacts our biology. Okay, that's pretty extreme. I'm sorry, that's pretty advanced, but just let that, I'm planting the seed. Stress, we're going to be redefining stress so it doesn't affect your biology. 90% of illness is down to chronic stress. That's kind of like a widely spoken about statistic. Let's talk about ways to address stress, which you probably have not heard of, unless you've dived into the world of human potential and psychology and transformational programs, which I've spent many thousands on. Heart and brain coherence is one phenomenal way we're going to be doing this. Energy, we're going to be talking about breath work, like I mentioned earlier, meditation, visualization. If that's way out there for you right now, it won't be in a few months. I promise you. So, how can I support you? First of all, if you're just starting out on your journey, I'm here to pave the way for you. If you're already on the holistic path and you still have chronic symptoms, it means you're missing something. So, I'm going to be guiding you to the next step. And again, if you care about someone and you want to help them, I can also answer questions on their behalf for you. Or if I don't know the answer, I will be able to point you in the right direction, because I've been in this world for about 10 years now. Coaching for 9 years. So this is like a repertoire. It's like a thesis of everything I've discovered presented to you in a community, so you can take action and get results. So remember, breathwork sessions alone worth 8 times $49 a month. You get a 14-day money back guarantee. Isn't that great? You can just come and test drive. Why wouldn't you do that? If you're serious about your health and you're looking to become part of a like-minded community, this is right for you, where people will support one another on the journey, like successes and challenges, obstacles, triumphs. We can all do this together. It's so much more fun when there's a community to help you do this. Take the leap, invest in your vitality. There's a slogan that says, well, there's a few. Invest in your wellness before you have to pay for your illness. When you do this now, the payment for illness is so much more. It's so much more time consuming, and it's so much more expensive financially. So I'll look forward to seeing you in the Vitality Code community. Hit the link below this video and I'll see you in there, and get started with the intro video about how to maximize your experience in this Vitality Code community. See you inside.